In terms of work and going back to kind of that Asian stigma, I guess. Have you ever felt different going out and working, or just going out at all during this whole COVID-19 thing, while our I guess leaders are calling this the Chinese flu, So
Yeah.
has there any been kind of stress or pressure? Have you felt anything personally for yourself?
Yeah,
It happens. Yeah.
definitely before the official lockdown happened, there were more people around. I
Hmm.
was getting a lot of stares when I'm at work. I got some people who were more visibly hostile towards me.
Right.
Um, there was a post I wrote about a girl who like almost hit my car, and she called me the c word, and I was like, mm, I didn't say anything to you, but damn, girl, like you
Yeah.
messy. Like you should know better than this. You're a person of color. But
Hmm.
anyways, yeah, no, definitely. Especially as a delivery driver, since I was out and about a lot more, I was getting a lot of hostility from other people. Even if it's not like outright, like that one girl. You do feel people who treat you kind of like a disease, and they'll kind of like avoid you.
Hmm.
Like I remember sometimes I'll walk on the street and like people would move off like further away from me,
Yeah. Yeah.
even though like literally they're walking out of the street, but they're not really doing that to anyone else except me. I'm like, you know what? It's cool. I don't like being near you anyways. I don't like people like being shoulder to shoulder with me. So me being Asian causes you to be scared and you want to avoid and like want to put some distance away
Hmm.
from you and me. Like I'm not complaining
Yeah.
because I don't want to be near you anyway. Like it works in my favor. Like
Hmm.
okay, like I don't like if you want to be racist and stuff. Like I mean, at the end of the day, that kind of benefits me because I'm not gonna like I hate it when people like I hate crowded places
Hmm.
and I hate being like really close to people. Like I have gotten so close to like telling people to like, yo, can you like get away from me? Like even before like the pandemic, like I
Right.
have a very big like personal space bubble that I need to
Hmm.
have respected, and the people. And at the same time, like now, because like people are physically avoiding me now because it's before social distancing occurred, they were avoiding me because I was like because they're racist. I'm just like, you know what? I kind of like this. Just kidding, just kidding.
uh,
But
that's an
at least they're not in my space anymore, and I kind of appreciate that.
interesting perspective. I I've had at least one experience of note that I went to an Italian market in San Gabriel. The staff
Yeah,
was fine. Nobody that works for this place did anything, but it
it's
was
the
the
customer.
customers. It was the
Yeah,
customer. I
was
was
it a Karen?
no. Well, what's the male version of a Karen?
It's either a Chad or a Brad, but I feel like, hmm.
If he's Italian, or I
Maybe a
assume
Bob. I don't know.
Bob.
No. I feel Bob would be too old. I don't know.
Let's go,
I hear
Chad.
Chad a lot,
Yeah, let's go, Chad.
but I feel like Chads are like younger, like college age Karens.
Well, I guess well, placeholder name.
Okay.
So I was just there, just buying sandwiches. That night, I was making Italian food. Of course, I went to an Italian market. But as I was just getting the sandwiches for lunch for me and my brother, um, there was somebody behind me in the line. I made my distance. I stepped away. I'm just like, okay, I'll just know you're there. Just keep our distance, right? And then he recognized that I was Asian. And so I
The
was
light
just
bulb went off.
the light bulb went off, and then just, hey, can I get some more cheeses, and can I get some of this artichokes and stuff like that? And I got my stuff, but he would always keep me at his line of sight, just kind of like looking over, just like, oh, wait, is he still there? Is he still there? Like his body language said it all. And
Yeah.
then um we kind of relatively got our food the same time, and I made my way to like the register. And the way it was set up is just kind of like this kind of like little island of registers, and it's a close quarter kind of market. And so I turned a corner and got into the register to wait in the line. And the way it's set up is that they put all these like protective panels of plastic and everything, so you can't necessarily see the person behind it, right? He turns the corner, sees me at his line of sight, he goes, "Oh shit," walks back. And I was just like, okay. I thought it was funny at the time, but I was just like, okay, if this guy, he was, it was kind of
He's
racism out of
visibly
fear.
panicked.
Yeah, I think it was like kind of racism at fear. You know what I mean? Versus racism as anger. You know. So
Yeah.
I just took it laughing, just kind of like, this is very weird to the point that it seemed funny to me at the time. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I can't believe it's happening to me right now.
Yeah.
And it's not like what happened in Texas, where what I think the Southeast Asian family got stabbed in
Yeah.
Texas. Like, it's nothing like that, you know. That I don't know how, like, at least for right now, I don't know how I'm gonna deal with that. But stuff like, you know, people just out of fear just like step away and stuff. I was like, I could just deal with that because it just seems funny to me.
I feel for the most part, because I'm such a large guy, like I'm
Mm-hmm.
6'1", and like I'm not like really skinny per se. I
Yeah.
take up a lot of space. I feel like I people are more so, they're not as willing to like get in my face about it because I'm so
Mm-hmm.
big. I'm usually bigger than a lot of these like racists that like I come across. Um and so they're not gonna like, I feel like they're not so like ready to like say anything because they don't know how I'm gonna react. And I'm kind of psycho, so like I wish a bitch would. But I feel like that's kind of like, I feel a part of it is like the fact that I'm a man and like I'm as big as I am. Like it kind of does give me a little bit of a protective barrier because people aren't so willing to like be upfront about their racism towards me,
Mm-hmm.
just because they don't know what can physically happen to them if I get pissed off enough. Um, but other than that, like I mean, I feel like a lot of my other friends who are smaller than me, like they have experienced stuff where people have said something or done something to them, and it's just terrible. Like
Yeah.
it's, I wouldn't really know what happened when I got stabbed. Like,
Yeah.
am I just gonna sit there and bleed out, or am I gonna go like Super Saiyan mode?
It,
Because
it
you know how like when people, like you know how like when a mom knows that her baby is like trapped under a car, she gets like superhuman strength. I wonder if like if I end up getting stabbed by someone who's being super racist, am I gonna go like Goku mode or something?
I guess depends on where they stab you, but I guess well,
I don't
but
know where I'm going with this either,
I don't
man.
know where. Yeah. But it's true. Like, you are a very tall person, at least to me. I think you're taller than one of my tall friends. I think
Yeah,
so. So like, it does help. But if some, God forbid, if there's somebody that's intentionally want to like harm people, you know, that's the people to be afraid of. You know,
yeah,
social media right now, just let everybody know where they can find you.
yeah. So my Instagram, um, you can find me at Sidereal with an underscore. I think link will be in description. I've
Yeah.
also